Psychology 5th edition. So today I'm going to read Making Decisions. Choosing among alternatives. Reasoning is hard work. In fact, it is an activity many people try to avoid. In some respects, though, reasoning is less difficult than other cognitive tasks you perform many times each day. Decision making. Throughout our waking hours, life presents a continuous series of choices: what to wear, what to eat, whether to attend a class meeting, and so on. The list of everyday decisions is endless. If you were a perfectly rational decision maker, you would make each of these choices in a cool, almost mathematical way, taking into consideration the utility or value to you of the outcomes each alternative might yield, and two, the probability that such results would actually occur. As you know from your own life, though people don't usually reason in such a systematic manner, instead, we make decisions informally on the basis of hunches, intuition, the information stored in our memories, and the opinions of others. Let's consider several factors that influence the decision making process, making it less rational or effective than it might otherwise be. Heuristics: using quick but fallible rules of thumb to make decisions. Where cognition is concerned, human beings often follow the path of least resistance. Making decisions is hard work, so it is only reasonable to expect people to take shortcuts in performing this activity. One group of cognitive shortcuts is known as heuristics, rules of thumb that reduce the effort required, though they may not necessarily enhance the quality or accuracy of the decisions reached. Kahneman and Tversky, 1982. Heuristics are extracted from past experience and serve as simple guidelines for making reasonably good choices quickly and efficiently. We'll focus on the three heuristics that tend to be used most frequently. Availability. What comes to mind first? Let's start with the availability heuristic. The tendency to make judgments about the frequency or likelihood of events in terms of how readily examples of them can be brought to mind. The shortcut tends to work fairly well because the more readily we can bring events to mind, the more frequent they generally are, but it can lead us into error as well. A good example of the availability heuristic in operation is provided by a study conducted by Tversky and Kahneman, 1974. These researchers presented participants with lists of names and then asked them whether the list contained more men's or women's names. Although the numbers of male and female names were about equal, nearly 80% of the participants reported that women's names appeared more frequently. Why? Because the women named in the list were more famous, so their names were more readily remembered and brought to mind. The availability heuristic also influences many persons to overestimate their chances of being a victim of violent crime, being involved in a airplane crash, or winning the lottery. Because such events involved in an airplane because such events are given extensive coverage in the mass media, people can readily bring vivid examples of them to mind. The result: They conclude that such outcomes are much more frequent than they really are. Tyler and Cook, 1984. What is heuristic? Mental rules of thumb that permit us to make decisions and judgments in a rapid and efficient manner. Availability heuristic means a cognitive rule of thumb in which the importance or probability of various events is judged on the basis of how readily they come to mind. Thank you so much friends for listening this making decision, and if you are liking it, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye.